Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my friends. It is 1 o'clock on Tuesday, which is so not my time to be live, I know. Thank you for all of your comments and DMs yesterday. I was not feeling so great. I was having an off day, and so I decided to take a break. I know it's rather crazy to think of actually stopping and taking a break, taking a day to myself. I didn't take the entire day, but I did take some time to just relax, to sleep, to rest, to drink water, to sort of recharge my batteries, and I am feeling much better. So thank you for your concerns, and I apologize that I missed you guys at 3 o'clock on Monday for our Facebook Live, but here we are. Here we are. Today, I wanted to talk about the way that stress interferes with our ability to focus and pay attention. Okay, so you know that in the month of October, every Monday I've been going live talking about ADHD and executive functioning skills and impairments. And so today we're going to continue that conversation around stress, attention, and learning. Okay, so I was recently teaching a separate class online and came across the fact that the average individual experiences at least 60 stressors a day on average, okay? At least 60 stressors a day. So if you think about it, these are just even little things that happen to us, right? We wake up in the morning, we check our email, we have an email from our boss that's asking for something that we don't have ready. We get up and realize that it's raining and we don't have boots that fit our kids, right? All of the things that are our typical tiny little stressors. And what happens is these stressors get experienced by the brain and body, and our body responds to them by releasing adrenaline and cortisol and going into what's called the stress response. So this system is really wonderful for keeping us safe, but it's not super helpful when the threat is more psychological, when the threat is something like a long to-do list, all right? And I teach a lot about this in my courses. So throughout your day, you're experiencing stressor after stressor after stressor. And this can have take quite a toll on your brain and on your body. So one of the things that happens is it makes it harder, hi Stephanie, it makes it harder for us to pay attention. When the brain is in a state of stress, it cannot retrieve information from the hippocampus as easily. So if you think about this as it pertains to students, if I'm sitting in the classroom and I'm stressed about something that just happened on the playground, or about who's sitting next to me, or about who's mad at me or who's not talking to me that day, then it's harder for me to pull information out of my memory so that I can attach the new information that you're teaching to what I already know. Okay, so that is part of the issue with how stress can affect our ability to learn. It specifically impairs our ability to retrieve information out of our hippocampus. So if you think about testing anxiety, when kids sit in front of an exam, or even for ourselves, when we sit down and have to perform in some way, or performance anxiety, when we have to give a speech or a talk at work, one of the things that happens is when we're in that state of stress, we can't retrieve that information out of the brain, even though it's in there. Okay, so part of what happens when we are trying to learn is we have stressors that are going on in the brain, and that interferes with our ability to pull information out of our memory. In addition, we are living in a state of scattered attention right now in 2019. There are so many things that are really vying for our attention through all of our devices, through everything that we're experiencing in the world today. And so this scattering of our attention really makes it difficult for us to learn and store information. So when our attention is scattered, when our focus is being pulled in many different directions, then obviously it is very difficult to learn and retrieve information from the brain, okay? So stress interferes with our ability to attend and focus, and you can probably relate to this in many ways. When you're having a really stressful moment or a stressful day, it's hard for you to pay attention to what's going on around you, or what's going on, you know, whatever it is that you need to be working on at the time. So what can we do about this? What can we do about this? I'm going to give you 3 tips for dealing with stress. And we're going to talk about how we can do this as adults, and we can talk about how we can do this with kids, okay? The first tip I'm going to give you is to make time to be in nature. Okay, now you're probably saying, oh, Jenny, like maybe you have time for a nature walk every day, which I don't. Even looking at scenes of nature induces a relaxation response and can lower the blood pressure. Okay, I know it's crazy, but our bodies respond, our brains respond to being in nature. So this could mean just walk outside on your lunch break. It could mean just pause when you're about to get in your car in the morning and take a breath. Tune into your 5 senses. Hi, Whitney. Hi, Samantha. Tune into your 5 senses when you are outside, okay? Notice the sights. Be aware of the colors. This does not have to take a long time, my friends. I don't care if you have to just sit in front of a window at work. That is enough to help lower the blood pressure, to help induce that relaxation response in the body. Okay, so the first tip to manage stress and to be able to have better focused attention by reducing that stress load is by spending a minute or so in nature a day. It doesn't have to be a long time. We just need to be outside. Our bodies crave it, our brains crave it. I don't care if you open up the window and stick your head out for a minute. That is fine, all right? So be outside, take a minute to connect with your senses in nature, okay? The second tip I have for you is to increase your moments of joy. Increase or relive your moments of joy. So I brought with me today one of my favorites, the Book of Awesome. Okay, the Book of Awesome by Neil Pasricha. And he also has a website, 1000awesomethings.com. And what I love about this is all you need to do is kind of flip through and read some of the headings, and already you're feeling better. Okay? Sneaking under someone else's umbrella. Awesome. Hearing a stranger pass gas in public. Awesome. Really, really old Tupperware. Awesome. That friendly nod between strangers out doing the same thing. Awesome. Scraping all of the lint off an overflowing lint trap. Awesome. The feeling of scrunching sand in your feet. Awesome. Using Q-tips the way you're not supposed to use them. Awesome. So he's collected really little things in life that make us laugh, make us giggle, that make us feel good. One of the ones that I read earlier today was banging on electronics and having them work again. Hey, Tom. Awesome. So tap in, dip into the Book of Awesome, and read a few every day. You can read these to your class. You can read them to yourself. They're really funny, and they make you smile. And moments of joy, moments of smiling, help you to induce a better state of mind. Joy fights stress, right? So we're talking about how stress interferes with our ability to pay attention, to focus, and learn. Well, joy is a good way to fight that. Another thing that I do with my kids and with all of my classes is we talk about our smile moments for the day. So what's one thing that made you smile today or this morning? It could be something super small. It's usually something that you would not think about again, but just by bringing your attention to it, you almost relive that smile moment. So people say things like, oh, my cat, climbed on my head this morning and that's how I woke up, or that first sip of coffee in the morning, or, I had 5 minutes of quiet before my kids woke up. So asking yourself, pausing throughout the day and asking yourself, what made me smile today? What made me smile in the last hour, right? Coming back to the Book of Awesome, I forgot. One year when I was teaching, I had my kids make their own little Book of Awesome. So I had them fold a paper, just fold up a piece of paper to make a little book. And they wrote 5 things inside that they thought were awesome or that made them happy. I'll post some of those in the comments because they were really great. And I did this activity with the Philadelphia school when I was last there. So I'll post some of the kids' comments. They have some good ones, like eating pizza or getting a text from my friend or whatever. So the first thing is make time to go outside. I read a really awesome article lately about what's called forest bathing, all right? You don't have to be naked, but it's about using your senses to be in nature. The second thing that we can do to combat stress and to be able to focus better by lowering that stress level is increasing our moments of joy, finding those moments of joy and reliving them. And the third thing I have for you today is to practice the art of stopping. okay? The art of stopping. This is a mindfulness practice, okay, that we can do anytime, anywhere. You don't have to even close your eyes for it. All you need to do is throughout your day, remember I said there's about 60 stressors that accumulate in our bodies and our brains throughout the day that are kind of we're experiencing. So throughout your day, incorporating times where you can just come to a full stop. So picturing a stop sign, let's try this right now. So take a moment to just stop what you're doing, picture a stop sign. Bam, I'm stopping wherever I am in my experience. Take a minute to notice what's happening in your thoughts. Notice any sensations in your body of tightness, holding, tension. And notice any emotions or urges that you're having right now. And then repeat to yourself one thing that will help you connect to your resiliency, like, I am okay right now, or I can do this. You might even place a hand over your heart just to give yourself a little pep talk here. I'm okay. Everything is fine. I can do this, right? Just offer yourself a little affirmation and done. So doing these little practices throughout your day, getting outside, finding those moments of joy, practicing the art of stopping can help to reduce your stress levels, to release that adrenaline and cortisol, those stress hormones that are running through the body all day long. And in turn, we will have an easier time focusing our attention. We will have an easier time having strong executive skills in the brain, being able to learn and remember information. And you can do this. I mean, these tips today I'm giving you are for you, for yourself, they're for teachers, they're for children, they're for whoever. All right? You can always adapt these to make them fit. Okay, so I will post in the comments some of my Book of Awesome experiences from my students, which I think you'll enjoy. I'll also post the article about forest bathing, which is really cool. And see if maybe you can set an alarm for one other time today on your phone where you're just going to take a pause button, right? You're just going to stop, check in with your thinking, check in with the sensations in your body. Give yourself a word of affirmation or something that you can tell yourself to help tune into your resiliency. All right. It was nice to see you guys on a Tuesday, not my normal day. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for the love, 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 and the comments. I will talk to you soon.